3D printers have come to the mass market. They have gotten cheaper and more user-friendly, but you still have to know how to use a 3D program, which can make it difficult for someone just coming into the 3D printing world. So today we have the Intelligent 3D Pen 3, and all it requires is your skill and imagination.
I've used a few 3D printers before. The only problem is that you have to know how to use that 3D program, to build your design. Whereas with this, you can use your artistic ability wherever you are and on any surface and have as big of a build platform as you want. So the only limitation on this is your imagination. And with this pen, you also are able to use two different kinds of filaments. You can have an ABS or a PLA, which they both have different melting points, and each of them have different properties that'd be better for different designs. So it doesn't say much on the box. It shows a picture of a white pen here, but we actually got a black one. So let's bust this thing open and see what we got.
Looks like you need a knife.
Yep, I'm getting it here. Here we go. We got some plastic encasing. Ooh. Oh, there it goes.
No chill with that knife, man. You just pull all out with it. Just lifts right on out. If it lifts right on out. So, here's the pen itself. And the sealed packaging. Wow, very stretchy. Get that out of here. Wow, that's a nice design. It feels sort of rubbery texture.
Yeah, it feels really good and it looks really nice. I like this two-tone look we got going on here. And then we have
looks like a base for it.
Pen. Ooh, look at that.
Seems a little wobbly there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. What else we have?
Ooh, they gave us ABS and PLA, so we have two different options.
Good.
They gave them both to us. That's really nice.
Okay, we get to see which ones we like the most.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's a suction cup. That's why
it's
it's wobbly.
Oh,
gotta stick it down.
That's nice. Got our cable USB to their DC
and the
charging block and some thumb grip.
So those are two thumb grips, believe it or not.
Two thumb grips.
There should be. Here, let's take this out. So you got one for your index finger and you got one for your thumb, so you can protect yourself while you don't burn your finger while you're drawing there. And they are very stretchy. At first, it did not look like it would fit on my finger. Here, look at this.
Wow.
Look how stretchy that is. And they
That's
look
awesome.
tiny, but they actually fit pretty well. And there you go. Now you got your grips. Well,
get these out of the bag here. So now that we got everything out of the box, we don't need any of this stuff right now. So let's set that aside and take a look at the pen. And man, it feels really nice. It's made out of plastic, but it's kind of that grippy plastic, so it's not gonna fall out of your hand really easily. And then we also have these controls on here, that you can hit with your fingers, which we'll look into later. And then we have our little mini screen on here that's OLED, and man, it's small.
It is tiny. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger than that. I don't know how you're going to see any display on that at all. It's supposed to show your temperature and what type of material you're using on that tiny display. Well, we're going to see how that works.
Other than that, it's pretty simple. So I guess the only thing left to do is to turn it on. So let's get some power here. An interesting thing about this charge cable is there's actually a USB on here. So you can plug it into the power brick, or you can have a portable USB power bank so you can do it on the go wherever you're at. So this does require a 2 amp input. And so I have a battery pack here that is that does have an option for 2 amps. So we'll go ahead and plug it into that and we'll use it in the portable way. All right, so got this on. Plug it in, and there we go. We got our little display. Oh yeah, so it says PLA here.
Okay.
Oh, and we can change it to ABS. So we'll do PLA since it requires a lower temperature and it won't eat up a battery as fast. And I think it even smells a little nicer when you're melting it.
Yeah, it doesn't smell so much like burnt plastic as the ABS will do.
Right. So the only weird part about this, I think, is that you kind of just have to let this hang out. You don't have anywhere to put it.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna hang from the end of the pen.
Normally a 3D printer would have a spool in the back of it, and you got this nice neatly wound spool of filament to put in there. This is just sitting out free in the open. You could break it, snag it on something. So you gotta be a little careful with that.
I thought it was sucking it in there. I think we'll need the instructions because I don't know what button does what.
I have no idea what to do here.
So it looks like on the right side we have our speed control. You can increase it or decrease it. And on the left side we have a load and pause, so you can start and pause. And then if you need to unload the wire, you have a button for that too. So let's go ahead and load the filament in here. Shove it in, and I hit load, and now it's showing a temperature. I think it's got a little red LED, and it's got some numbers counting up.
Where are we at right now?
It's at 50 degrees, so it's getting up really hot fast.
No kidding. How does it go that quick with such a small wire?
Well, it's a small tip too, though. So
true.
All right, so the light just turned green, and we're just about at 169 degrees Celsius, which is right in between the melting point for the PLA. So
in fact, I smell it right now.
Oh yeah, it smells hot.
It does.
All right, I gotta hit load here, and I can feel it sucking in the wire.
I guess just moving it in.
I'm actually pushing it in to see. It doesn't seem to be pulling it in itself. So now it's pulling it in very slowly. All right, so we got a piece of plastic here we're gonna draw on. What speed are we at? There's full speed ahead. Let's see how this works.
Oh, that sounds dangerous, Tyler.
Oh, whoa, that's really fast. Whoa. That's a little too fast, I think. Whoa.
Wow. That cooled off pretty quick. Oh, wow. Look at that. It's springy, stretchy, or just... Oh my gosh, it just came right off.
All right, so let's...
That's who you could actually draw, Tyler.
Let me go down here. Temperature, or not temperature, and speed, if it will let me. Let's try a speed of 3 and see how that goes. A little bit slower, give it a better time to cool off. Actually, let's do a square. Let's make a little box. That was weird.
Oh, you gotta keep moving. Oh, you're getting it messy.
Try to go up. Oh, it's hard to go up.
You might have to go a lot slower to go up.
You can't adjust the speed while it's on. We'll go to speed of 1. Let's see if we can draw straight up. There's a lot of videos I've watched before. People are drawing them straight up, and it just doesn't seem to harden that fast. I guess you'd have to stop it, let it dry. It's still coming out.
It's cool. You gotta let it cool, Tyler.
Yeah, cool. Sorry.
Woo.
But it does stick
and it held up.
Wow.
Okay, give me my turn. I gotta see
what you can draw, because I'm not that good at this.
You started with a square and you started making Empire State Building here. I don't know.
It's kind of hard to control. It just keeps kind of coming out. Even when you turn it off, it has like a little bit extra that it wants to push out.
It doesn't quite end immediately, does it?
There you go.
I'm not much better than you.
It's kind of hard to use.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, but when it
Oh, hey.
When it cools off, it hardens and it stays even stuck up like this. That's pretty amazing.
Well, one thing I've seen online is that you can make 3D models by a technique of drawing a bunch of squares on a piece of paper and kind of peeling those squares up and setting them together and using this as a glue to hold it together. Well, let's go ahead and try that out. Let's just clear the plate here. This piece of plastic works really well to draw and
comes
clear
right off
off.
of it.
Go ahead and draw squares.
It's an interesting noise.
That is a very interesting noise.
That's a nice square there.
You know me. Man, I am doing
symmetrical
very
squares,
good.
Symmetrical.
It's gonna keep going. Okay.
We're gonna have
I got no time to think. Oh no,
die.
It's gonna.
What is that?
It does not give you time to think. That's for sure.
That is kind of true. You do have to really plan it out before you want to start.
Oh my gosh, maybe I should draw it before I go.
Let me try a few of those.
Go ahead. We need 2 more.
Might be the angle you're holding it at too.
It could be.
And how fast you move it, because I'm pushing it down kind of, and it's a little bit thicker, but it works.
Tyler obviously can draw a lot better than I can.
It's still really hard to get like that perfect line.
And I was struggling when I went over I couldn't quite get the angle I wanted. It kept coming along with it.
I think you gotta hold it a lot closer to the
probably
to
do.
the paper.
Okay, how you gonna end this?
All right. Okay, hear it popping. It does smell really nice, actually. I'm like way better than when you burn plastic or something. All right, so we got our few nicely shaped boxes and
horribly shaped boxes,
and we'll see if we can make a cube out of them.
I think I already broke mine.
It is kind of thin, so you do have to be a little careful when you're filling it up. So we got all of our squares cut out, and we'll try to attach them.
You have your squares cut out.
Yeah.
I have my lopsided non-shapes here.
So the pen actually like goes into a sleep mode if you don't use it for, it seems like maybe 30 seconds to a minute. And you gotta hit the button to keep it awake and keep that temperature up.
It is kind of annoying. I wish it would just stay on because I'm a kind of guy that I need some time to think about what I need to do.
Attempt number 1.
I might have to help you out here. Come on.
There,
when it does turn off, it sort of takes the filament back out. So you have, when you turn it back on, you have to wait for it to come out again.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, we are not doing
Come on.
well.
Hold it.
You're pushing it away. Oh wait, we need another one. Ah, we need another one. Here it is. Ah, no!
You're messing it up.
Where's it going? Here, keep going. Keep going. We almost have it.
Right.
We'll get this. Do it on the outside. Do it on the outside.
It's definitely not looking pretty.
Ah!
You kind of almost have to stop it after every time you
sure
do something. Here, pull it off.
I don't want to break our creation. These are yours.
Hold her up. Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. This is looking beautiful.
Oh man. Okay, now go up.
Okay, go ahead. Let go of it. I got the rest. Okay.
Oh, you shouldn't have. No, that was the.
No, we don't need the top one.
Oh, you don't need the top one? Okay.
Nah, we don't need it. I'll just redraw one. This is a beautiful looking box.
Remember to end early, man, before we make it even more beautiful. We just failed art class right now.
Wow. There you go. There's our cube.
Yeah.
Isn't she beautiful?
Wow, that is horrible.
We're amazing artists.
Oh my god.
It is a lot harder than you would think it is to make something. Everyone else makes it look a lot easier than it is.
I can't imagine doing that on full speed. That was slow.
Yeah, that's slow.
You gotta take a lot of practice with this, that's for sure. And it gets all over. It's messy.
Yes, very messy. Very messy.
Now, how hot is this tip here? It's not too hot, but we are using the lower temperature filament.
Yeah, that's true too. We are using a lower temperature.
Well, it definitely wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. I will say that we did some things wrong where we probably had the temperature too hot. If we turned the temperature down, it probably would have cooled a lot faster and been a little bit easier to make this cube the way we wanted it to. So I will say there is some tweaking involved with it. You do have to play with it a little bit before you just go at it like a pro. It's not as simple as we thought it would be initially.
Yeah, I think that if like you had like the artistic ability to come up with an idea, you know, ahead of time and really plan out your design and be able to come up with what you want to do while you're doing it, it might work a lot better for you. For us, you know, I mean, we know what a cube looks like, but it's still kind of hard for us to get it together. And yeah, maybe we needed to change some settings a little bit, but even still, like, to get it to look really good, you would take a lot of time to do it, and you have to be pretty precise. And of course, you know, it doesn't look as good as what a 3D printer you could buy would look like. You know, you could definitely do a little bit better of a job there, but you do have to know how to use that software. So they both have their own kind of learning curve to get to know how to use each one specifically. And we're a little more computer inclined. You know, I've built some stuff on 3D modeling programs and printed it out, and they kind of had to be more specific too. So I built a little piece for a car one time that worked really well, and I was able to do that on the computer, where you wouldn't really be able to do this. But I will say that this thing is pretty fun to use. I mean, even though you can't make something look really great, it's still kind of cool to be able to build something. You know, we still have a cube here, and it's pretty strong. I would honestly use this pin more for repairing certain plastics on old cars or plastics that have broken toys and whatnot, because on a 3D printer you can't actually make a
mold around something that's broken or a structure. This pen gives you the ability, freedom to do that.
And for only $50, it's a lot cheaper than buying, you know, a 3D printer that you also need to know how to use that software for. So you get that ability to have fun without, you know, the really hard work behind it. We'll have the link down below in the description if you want to check it out and if you're interested in it. This has got me interested in some other, like those budget-friendly, you know, 3D printers, because that's more of my forte. So if you're interested in those at all, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can get a notification of our latest videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.